So we've been having some very interestingly warm weather for the first week or second week in February. And so we took advantage of that and decided to head on out to the Oregon coast for the weekend. And it was a very interesting trip. I realized that my camera bag was way too heavy for what I'm able to handle these days. And, you know, for a long time I've been trying to decide between Sony and Fuji. Well, you know, I need the lightest camera system I can find and get my hands on that'll still do the job. And so that's what the story of this weekend turned out to be. Not what I expected, but it's what it turned out to be. So come along and I'll explain where I'm at and what happened in the video. Okay, so I left Eastern Oregon at 8:30 this morning, and I'm at the Cape Mears parking lot behind me there, and walking out to this viewpoint over here. So that was kind of a cool shot right there. I think I'm going to take that. All right, so E. coli, I always call it that. I've been going here for 35 years. Ecola State Park is closed because the road decided to go out to sea. It happens out here. Yeah, there's landslides, the road's closed, so Ecola State Park is closed. However, walking down to the Cape Mears Lighthouse, I came across this behind me over here. Let me dial you down. And if you can see that in the background, that's very similar to Ecola State Park's view. You don't get Haystack Rock, but it's very similar. So I'm going to do a panoramic. And I got a 2-minute exposure going with a 10-stop neutral density filter. I'm just hoping that it's in focus. I think it is. I switched to manual focus, but I need to check when it's done. Okay, that's the point in this story where things started to get a little sideways. So from where I'm hiking out there, you make a right-hand turn, you go up to the parking lot. Well, it's a little bit of a slope. It's about 1/8 of a mile walk. And I started slowing down and my heart started pounding. And what happens is my cardiologist said that that's an issue. He said you can have an enlarged heart and you can walk 4 or 5 miles on flat terrain. But when it gets a little bit of a slope, or if you're carrying a pack, or you're doing both, you max out fast. And that's exactly what happened. And it's happened to me before a few years ago when I was walking around with the Pentax 6.7. We're going to talk about a heavyweight system. So what happens is evidently the center section of my heart is enlarged. And when I'm just doing normal stuff, it doesn't affect me at all. But when my heart starts wanting to pump more blood, that center section that's enlarged can start blocking one of the valves, and so it starts having to work harder and harder and harder, and it maxes out faster. So that's the upshot of it all. And so the bottom line is I need a much lighter camera system. And so you'd say to yourself, okay, well, Sonys are full frame and they're fairly heavy. what about the Fujis? Yeah, that's true, but there isn't that much of a weight savings. And I'm looking at, like, if I want to do any kind of hiking at all with my camera equipment, really what it comes down to is what's the lightest cameras I can get my hands on that'll still do the job. And so when I got home, I ordered an OM System OM1 Mark II, because I've had the EM1 back when, I think it was the Mark II, back when Olympus was still making the cameras. And I really enjoyed the camera. At the time, I hadn't really dialed in the kind of work that I wanted to do like I have now. And I think that this is going to be all I need. I really enjoy these cameras. They're really intelligently laid out. It's one of these deals where, you know, with Sony and to a certain extent with Fuji, it's like, okay, I want to do this. And then I go to look at the camera and I go to dial that in, and it's like, oh, it doesn't really do that, or oh, I have to, it's not really well implemented, etc. And one of the things I remember about the Olympus or the OM systems, because it's the same camera, same people making them, I think, it doesn't seem much different even after all these years, although it is much faster, I can tell that. But one of the things I remember about this camera system was that, like, you're like, oh, I want to do that. And it's like, oh, that's intelligent. It's like it exceeds your expectations. I think a lot of the problems I had with the Fujis and with the Sonys were I was coming from the OM1 Mark II, the EM1 Mark II, when Olympus was making them. God, these name changes and now just driving me nuts. But when I came from this camera's predecessor, like, this camera did stuff that those cameras don't do. And it's like, well, why not? Like, this camera, when you're doing any kind of long exposure, it gives you a countdown timer, like, no problem. And the other thing about this camera is that there's a lot of automation in it, but it doesn't get in the way, and you don't have to use it if you don't want to. It'll do stuff for you when you're ready to figure that stuff out. And usually it's really well implemented. Like, it'll do all kinds of composite long exposures and all. I don't even know some of the stuff that this camera will do. Other camera systems are starting to come up to speed, but this camera was doing this stuff 10 years ago. So, I mean, they're doing handheld high-res imaging, 50 megapixels. On a tripod, you get 80 megapixels. I don't really care. 20 megapixels is more than enough for what I'm doing. And so there it is. So I picked up an OM1 Mark II, and I picked up an OM3 because that camera just looked too cool. And a bunch of lenses. And then so what kind of weight savings are we talking? Well, the Sony camera system with the 3 lenses and 2 bodies, the ones that I picked, and I picked fairly lightweight lenses, worked out to about 6.5, 7 pounds. Okay, this camera with the 2 bodies and the 3 lenses that are equivalents, okay, works out to about 3.5 to 4 pounds. So there's your answer. It's about half the weight, a little bit less than half the weight. And so let's say 4 pounds for the Olympus system, 7.5 for the Sony system, and it's about 6 pounds for the Fuji system. So over the Fuji system, I mean, it's still a possible option, but I don't know. If this will do the job, I'd rather shoot the Olympus system, the OM system. I really enjoy their cameras, and there's no doubt that those primes are super lightweight. You can get an OM3 and the 12, the 17, the 25, and the 45, and have a beautiful, really small lens walk-around kit. That's just, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So, so to a certain extent, the decision has been made for me. So on the way back from the beach, I stopped off at Best Buy, and for 450 bucks, I picked up a G7 because I wanted to test it to see if, you know, the Micro Four Thirds was viable. And I stopped off at Multnomah Falls on the way home, and I shot this. And, you know, when you run that through, and that's only 11 megapixels when you crop it square. When you run that through DxO Deep Prime XD2, Yeah, there's nothing in it. I think it's going to be just fine. And that's why I went ahead and ordered the Olympus stuff, OM system stuff. I got to get used to the name change. But yeah, I've always enjoyed those cameras. I always enjoyed the size and the weight. I thought it was great. And back in the day, like 10 years ago, I wasn't really sure, you know, specifically what kind of art I wanted to do. And now I've really dialed in. I may not stick to square, however, because I really enjoy the 6:4:5 film format, and 6:4:5 is pretty close to 3/4 or 4/3, depending upon how you want to look at it. I don't know if I want to deal with verticals and horizontals anymore, but it opens up that option, right? I mean, I could have always cropped a 2:3 to 3:4, but because 3:4 is native to the Micro Four Thirds system, obviously 4/3, that's what I may shoot in the future. We'll see what happens. So looking forward to trying out the new system. It is much smaller. It is much lighter. And, you know, now at least I know I've got the lightest system that I would want to shoot with. And so, hey, you know, the decision has kind of been made for me. And I think moving forward, it's going to be a Micro Four Thirds OM system channel. Sorry about that. It's just, it's a personal thing. Not everybody has a hereditary heart condition, but I do. And I have to deal with it. And I have to do what I have to do in order to make these things work. So the Sonys are definitely gone because I can't carry them. This is what it comes down to. Great cameras, and I love them, but I can't carry them. I mean, it's just too heavy, too much. And the Fujis, I think, are going to be on the chopping block too, because I have a feeling that the OM system is going to do everything I needed to do. And I'll tell you right now, just playing with the cameras, they make me want to go photograph stuff. So there is that. I've always enjoyed those cameras, and that's it. So that's where I'm at. And check out my Patreon channel. This information was up there a few days ago. And Patreon is where I can go into more depth and more detail about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and things like that. And I really appreciate my Patreon members. We're having a good time over there. Go over and join for free, or if you want to support my work and support me and what I'm doing, that would be awesome. And there's different tier levels and perks for that. And of course, on YouTube, it's all about the subscribers. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and help a guy with a heart condition out. And I appreciate it. It's a weird thing because it's not as bad as it could be, but on the other hand, it's not good either. So I don't know what to make of it. All I know is that I'm kind of really happy that I no longer have to waffle back and forth between Sony and Fuji. I know exactly which camera system I'm going to be using, and I know exactly why I've chosen it. And it's a good reason, and it's got nothing to do with the camera systems themselves. If anything, I'm really happy that I have an excuse to shoot Micro Four Thirds and the OM system cameras because I've always really enjoyed them. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there. Have a great one. Bye.